Malfurion versus Valera.
Watch your back.
I must protect the wild.
Hello everybody, this is AskJoshy, and we're going to be doing some Midrange Druid here once again. Get rid of those guys. See if we can get a better creature or two, but actually not much difference. So turn 1 will likely be Coin, Wild Growth. I don't expect the rogue to play anything with 3 toughness on turn 1. We did just beat a rogue in the previous video. This seems to be a new one named Dahaka, which is a great call to StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm. Primal Zerg Dahaka that Kerrigan meets and befriends. This midrange druid deck was found on gosugamers.net. They have an article that they put up every week called Weekly Winners. This one's from Weekly Winners episode 5, and it's just simply called Midrange. You'll find it near the top, and it's kind of unique because the card names are in Polish, so you kind of have to know the card art from the deck list to put it together, if you don't know Polish. If you do know Polish, it's probably pretty easy. Alright, Harvest Golem out on the board. Great for eating removal from Miracle Rogue or Tempo Rogue. So far, this rogue hasn't played anything, so we're not really 100% sure what we're going to be seeing. If it's a 4/4 Van Cleef, no, it's not. It still could be now a 6/6 Van Cleef. Which means next turn... Oh, nope. Oh, alright. So we have a good Wrath target. Or we can play the Yeti. He's only got 3 cards, so I'm actually more comfortable taking 3 less damage than I am playing a Yeti. And having the rogue use some removal on it. I'm going to be able to play that Yeti on turn 5 anyway. I don't have a 5-drop currently. And this just seems like a safer play. The entire thing against Miracle Rogue is you need to keep your life up as much as possible. Druid, fortunately, has options to keep life up pretty well, including armor and these Ancient of Lores that are in the deck. Now we have the same situation, except he has 1 less SI7 agent. So last turn, if I had played the Yeti instead, I'm still fine with it. Next turn I can play a Force of Nature pretty comfortably, if I want to, if I need to. Hopefully I get a good draw, because right now none of these options seem very appealing. Usually you want to use Force of Nature to clear a scary board or to just drill a ton of damage in the face, so Force of Nature on its own is actually not very scary. I like that he's using sap this early. That means less saps for when Ragnaros is out on the board. Ooh, 3 damage. Okay, so now Force of Nature seems a lot more necessary, right? Because I'm taking 7 less damage for repeated turns. I can just run 2 trees into that, 1 tree into him. He's only got 2 cards left. The Yeti itself is going to make me take 7 more damage, so this is just fine. 6 damage for 6 is still very nice to have, especially when you can split it 3 ways. Force of Nature is an amazing card. As long as you treat it as removal. Or a finisher. Alright, one of his precious cards turned out to just be Deadly Poison, so I'm actually just going to gain 5 life from this lovely Ancient of Lore. I don't really need more cards at the moment, but I am starting to drift lower and lower in life in that lethal miracle combo range. It looks like we're pretty fortunate he does not have an Auctioneer.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Alright, that's a card. The odds of him having a Conceal in there are still pretty low. That seemed to be a desperation play. And he did not actually get another spell that he can play with his prep, so that's wonderful for us. I don't mind using him as strict removal, popping down Ragnaros, and letting this guy take 8 damage to the face. With 3 cards, it's still going to be very difficult for him to get 19 damage. Not impossible, but very difficult, especially since we killed one of his auctioneers already. If he wants to take out this Ancient of Lore with his face, he's probably going to die very soon. So that's not an attractive option for him. He kind of needs to have actual removal here. This Midrange Druid deck actually has a pretty good win rate against Miracle Rogue from what I've played so far. I picked this deck up at rank 10, and I believe the record is something like 15-4, maybe 15-5, but the majority of those losses were Druid mirror matches where, you know, sometimes your enemy just happens to snowball before you do. Especially with Innervate and Wild Growth, it can be a very coin-flippy matchup. Okay, so we're guaranteed doing 8 damage to the face anyway. Force of Nature wins the game. Well played.
Well played.
And that's 2 games, 2 Miracle Rogues taken out. You know, they didn't have the super bomb hands. I had pretty regular hands, and yeah, that's worked out 2 in a row. So let's go get promoted to rank 5, shall we?